Hey guys, this is Bob Cook with Performance Physiotherapy and Off the Grid Fit. I want to talk to you for a few minutes about hip abduction and hip extension. Alright, so like we talked about before, you want to make sure you have the optimal alignment before you start. If you haven't done that, go back and get that done and then come back here. Okay, so once you have the optimal alignment, what you want to do is focus on rotating about one joint. Okay, we're trying to pull out one piece and we're going to try and focus on it and then we're going to put it back into the whole system. Alright, so the hip joint right here is our ball and socket joint, so you want to rotate the ball and socket joint in the socket itself and not through another joint outside of it. So here's what it looks like when you do it incorrectly. This one I rotate about my low back, okay? You want to watch this pelvis come up quite a bit. Alright, that's hip abduction, but really it's low back lateral flexion, okay? What we're going to do is hip abduction. So as I stand nice and tall in the optimal alignment, I'm going to take my right leg and bring it out to the side this way. My toes are pointing straight ahead right now. If I want to do this even better, I'd actually turn my foot in just slightly, so my toes are pointing a little bit to my left on the right side. Okay? Now, if I take my leg, if I can bring my leg up like this, that's because I've took my foot and I've turned it out this way, and now I'm raising it quite a bit higher. But the problem with that is not targeting the gluteus medius, which is what we're trying to get after in this exercise. Okay? Now, that's hip abduction, standing up. We're going to do hip extension, which is very similar to that. What we're going to do is we're going to turn now this way. And from here, what we want to do is stay nice and tall in the optimal alignment. We're going to take our leg and we're going to keep our stomach tight and pull it back this way as far as we can, focusing on the hip. Now this is what it looks like when you do the low back. You see my low back move quite a bit more. What we want to do is focus on the hip and turn that glute maximus on in this position. You can also take your knee, you can bend your knee and bring it back this way. Still focusing on glute max. It's not a big motion, but you still want to get it done through the hip, okay? Not through the low back. Now, you can do the same movement, a little bit remediated on the ground. It's easier to show standing up, but I'll show it on the ground as well. Okay? So from this position, again, get an optimal alignment. You want to make sure your body is straight. From here, take your hips and just turn them over just a little bit so that your belly button is facing just slightly towards the ground. And then from here, you're going to take your top foot, turn it in just a little bit, and then you raise up as high as it will go. You're going to feel it binds up. That's normal. You should be doing that. Again, if you can go like this and raise your leg quite a bit more, then you're doing something wrong. Okay? Now, the hip extension is lining your stomach. Same idea. As you just stand up, try and get as flat as you can. Stomach's in tight. And then you pick your leg up and back down. Focus on hip extension, not low back extension. Okay, see how my hips come off the ground? That's not right. So from here, you can also bend your knee, raise your leg up. And remember, that's not a very big motion, so don't try and get a huge motion out of it. Get your knee off the ground is enough. All right? So, that's hip abduction and hip extension. This is Bob Cook with Performance Physiotherapy and Off the Grid Fit.